Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. I'm gonna get it right today. I had to think about that long and hard this morning. It's another day off for me today. I have a few little plans today. I'm gonna meet up with a friend later. We're going to a new coffee shop that I've never been to before. And this morning's just a day at home for me, which is really good before having a busy weekend. So tomorrow and Sunday I have a lot of things going on, so that's okay, all good things, but I'm just gonna take advantage of today and take her easy, get lots of crocheting and knitting done. So I am out in town right now. I'm just stopping quick at my local yarn store. It's not really a yarn, I mean it is. It's not your typical yarn store, because it's a little funny. It's got lots of weird trinkets, and it's also a flower shop and a bunch of other things, but they have tons of yarn, and I'm looking for a specific red for those Colorburg Cuff Club socks for December. So hoping they have like a 50-gram skein in this like nice red that I want. So we'll see if I can find it. Hey guys, so I am just getting home from being out for pretty much the whole afternoon. It was really nice. I went to a new coffee shop with one of my friends, and it was the cutest place ever. It was the cutest. I loved every second of it. We got like Christmassy drinks. It was like a bookshop and a cafe, and they had really cute Christmas like little stocking stuffers and like books everywhere. It was so beautiful, and the food was amazing. And I did find some red yarn at the yarn store that I went to, so I'll show that to you guys inside when I get there. But for right now, I need to get Chevy out of his home and start getting ready for supper. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, so we are back inside. Sorry, this lighting isn't the greatest for filming, but that is what happens when it's 5 o'clock on December 6th. I have to think about it every time because I'm filming one day ahead of what you're watching it as. I don't know. right? Because this is day 7, but it's actually December 6th for me. Anyways, sorry, that was not why I came on here. I got some goodies from, so the yarn shop is called Rose's Fine Yarns. I don't even know if I call it a hole in the wall. It's deceiving because the building is like antiques and like a flower shop. He also does balloons and like he has a lot of interesting stuff. And then he's got a shop full of yarn amongst all of the other stuff. So it's like, it's good for me because I know exactly where to go. I know where the cotton yarn is, where the sock yarn is, where the bulk yarn is, where the acrylic yarn is, where the DK yarn is. It's all in like a different corner of this giant building. You saw in the footage a little bit of like what it looks like inside. It can be very overwhelming. So yeah, first, if you ever go, it's in Fonthill, Ontario, and it's called Rose's Fine Yarns. So there's that. Yeah, so don't be like scared to go in there. The guy will probably talk to you and ask you if you need help, and then you can tell him you don't need help or need help, whatever you want. Anyways, moving on. What I went in for was the red yarn for the Colorwork Cuff Club socks. I'll post the picture here again. I am obsessed with this pattern. I love it so much. And yeah, so I needed more red. I know I have a few little mini skeins, but I didn't think it would be enough. So I found the perfect Christmassy red. And yeah, this is Peyton's Croy socks. I love this brand. I get it a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of other colors. They have a lot of like good variegated ones that are kind of like self-striping-ish. And yeah, it's just a good like hardy wool, very machine washable. Pretty sure it has nylon in it. Yeah, it's a 75-25. So it's the same, what am I trying to say? Yarn content as most of the mini skeins that I get. So that's awesome. Except this is wool, not super wash. That's the only thing. And it's probably a little more rustic feeling. It's not as soft as the mini skeins that I get from hand-dyed yarn people. And this is the color red. That's all it is, red. Literally, that's hilarious. Yeah, so this is exactly what I went in for. And of course I got more than I needed from the store. So another thing I got, should have taken it out of the bag before I started recording again. I really, really, really want to try knitting with 9-inch circulars for socks. So I was like going in there thinking I'm gonna find exactly what I need because he has a million zillion needles, and he didn't have the size that I wanted. But I got I don't even know if this is a good brand. I've never heard of it before actually, which is kind of weird. The Haya stainless steel circular knitting needles. They're 2-inch, so you can see how tiny that needle tip is. They are so small. Might be really hard for you to see actually, but you can see the green cord there. Yeah, so I'm gonna try with the circulars for these Colorwork socks. This is a 2.75 millimeter, and I know that the Colorwork calls for 2.7 millimeter. Are you good? Good puppies? Okay. So I can for sure use these for the Colorwork portion, and I might have to use my 2.25s or my 2.5s for the ribbing and the rest of the body, which is fine. At least I can try these. Yeah, it says smooth as silk, flexible cables, and perfect joins. So yeah, we're gonna try the Hayas. I know that people really love the ChiaoGus, and I did ask for those for Christmas in the size 2.5 millimeter. So I'm hoping to get those, and then I'll have more than one size in the shorties, which would be super nice. And he only got one because he only had one in this size, and I probably won't do 2 at a time for these because they're different Colorwork charts and it'll just be too confusing. So that is another thing I got from the store. I'm super excited about that. And he gave me a little candy cane and he was like, do you bake? I'm like, sometimes. He gave me a bunch of recipes, Christmassy recipes. This one's peanut brittle, pecan cookies, and marshmallow fudge. So that was super cute and nice of him. Yeah, and I just noticed on the back he has a bunch of like, oh, 10% off discount on my next order with this coupon. Perfect. I love it. Awesome. Yeah, so it says here, he literally is J&J Florist. He's this Fawn Hill balloon shop and Rose's Fine Yarns. He owns all three, and they're all in this building together. It's very fun. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to share about this. And I need to knit. I haven't knit my stripe for the day on my Advent socks yet, so that needs to get done like ASAP. And I need to get some crocheting done on that Winnie the Pooh for the weekend. So I've got a few things to do, and we have a night at home tonight, so I'm hoping to get all the things done. So I'll take you along with me.